Hey, I'm Mike Brandenstein, and I'm excited to be partnering with Jellynote to bring you a series of videos introducing you to the coolest instrument in the world, the bass guitar. This is the body, this piece right here. This long piece here is the neck. And this piece sitting on top of the neck, as you guessed it, is the head. Now the head houses the 4 tuning keys. There are 4 strings on this bass, so there are 4 tuning keys. The tuning keys simply tune the string. The string goes into the tuning key and we turn it to achieve the desired note. Next we have the nut. The nut, right there. The nut holds the strings into place at the top of the neck. And if we look at these steel bars embedded in the neck, we have what are called frets. Then we have the pickups. The pickups are in the body, and they simply pick up the vibrations of the string and convert it into electromagnetic energy, send it into the amplifier, and create an amazing, thundering bass sound. Finally, we have the bridge right here. This piece here holds the strings into place down at the bottom of the body and also allow for some fine tuning that can be done once you know how to do it. No bass is complete without strings, so we need to talk a little bit about strings. This is a 4-string bass, as you can see. There are 5-string basses like these over here, even 6-string basses. But right now we're going to talk about the 4-string. When we number our strings, we number them in the same way as a building numbers its stories. So the bottom story, the first story is on the bottom. Same here, the first string is on the bottom. 2nd string, 3rd string, 4th string. First string here is tuned to a G. The 2nd string is tuned to a D. 3rd string is tuned to an A. I got to get this right. And the 4th string is tuned to an E. Now I'm going to show you 2 positions for holding your bass. First is going to be sitting, then we're going to show how to hold it when we're standing. Okay, so when we're sitting, I'm sitting on a tall bench right now, and the best way to do this is to place the curved part of the body on your thigh. Now, your thigh cannot be angled all the way down if you're sitting on something tall like this. You don't want to be fighting your bass and holding it up the whole time. So use your leg to hold the bass in place just like that. Keep your leg parallel with the floor, somewhat parallel, so it's not sliding down all the time. So next, your right hand, if you are right-handed, you're going to use your right leg. If you're left-handed, you're going to rest on your left leg. That seems to be the most comfortable position. Another thing, with your plucking hand, you are going to rest your plucking arm on the bass. Why is that? Because your bass is going to want to fall. It's going to want to be, it's not going to be balanced. So it's going to want to go one way or another. Chances are it's going to lean this way. All right? Now, if you're holding the bass with your left hand, what's going to happen is you're going to be fighting the whole time, holding your bass in place and playing at the same time. You don't want to give dual functions to your hands. You want them to do what they need to do. So you're holding it with your arm, but then you're going to pluck with your hand, okay? Over here on your left, with your left hand, you're simply going to use this to fret the notes, to play, to groove, to do whatever you need to do to make people move. So how do we hold the bass when we're standing? Well, we're going to run into 2 problems here. We can either have it too low or too high. If you have it too low, it could look like this. Now that's cool, but you're going to run into problems with your fretting hand, being able to fret quickly, and also with it down this low, you're going to be contorting your wrist and bending it so sharply that you're going to be dealing probably with carpal tunnel issues in a few years. The other issue is if it's too high. If it's too high, then you're probably going to end up having to change your wardrobe, your music genre, and probably even your social status. But in all seriousness, having it too high, you're going to have a problem with your right hand now. Your plucking hand is going to have problems because now your right wrist or your plucking wrist is going to be bent too sharply and you're going to be playing, and then you're going to deal with carpal tunnel as well as playing polkas the rest of your life. All right, so finally, what is the correct height for your bass when you're standing up? Well, my rule of thumb is this. Adjust your strap so that your bass is in the same position whether you are sitting down or standing up. Now, ultimately, comfort is got to rule here. So I don't want too much of my wrist bending on either hand. So I don't want too much bending of my left hand or my right hand. I want to be able to play freely and comfortably. Now, coolness is important, but I really want to encourage you to let comfort rule, okay? Because comfort is going to win out, and you don't want to do any damage to your muscles or to your wrists, or bring on carpal tunnel. Over the years, it can happen if you're playing a lot. So I think that'll be your best rule of thumb. Start with the sitting position and standing up and see how that goes. Well, I hope you found this video helpful in introducing you to the coolest instrument in the world. And I hope you'll join me for my next video when we'll start learning how to play this thing. And in the meantime, click on the Jellynote website so you can get a ton of information, sheet music, a bunch of other videos, and tabs that are related to the videos I'm going to be doing. So until then, I will see you soon.